Holocaust Memorial Day, the soldiers, everybody in this country stops. The cars stop, the buses stop, everything stops, and a siren goes off, remembering these 6 million Jewish people who would have been here probably maybe in Israel. Maybe they would have had homes, families, and they're no more because of this diabolical hate. And who would have guessed that still we'd be dealing with it 80 years later? It's been 80 years. In Ukraine, in Drobiezhsky, there's 3 young individuals who are doing a Nazi salute at the Holocaust Memorial. And you see how around the world, this is still, this demonic sickness is still happening. And as we stop all throughout the country, we take that time to think. It's only 1 minute long that the siren goes. And we just think of not only those who perished, but also of those who resisted, those who survived, those who carried forward their stories of heroism. But yeah, who would have ever thought that even in places in the free world, like the United States, that there would still need to be discussion about how to stop an apocalyptic country called Iran, hell-bent on producing a nuclear weapon for the sole purpose of wiping Israel off the map. We're dealing with this stuff. Right now, they're reinforcing in Iran 2 underground tunnel complexes that are tied to their main nuclear site, because they think that a bomb from Israel or the United States might be coming soon. And that's what we see in satellite images, by the way, in the Institute of Science and International Security. Right now, there is a time that, coming together as free people, we need to put out this darkness and shine a light and remove this kind of hatred from amidst us. The IAEA, which the International Atomic Energy Agency, has been denied access to these tunnels, raising fear that they are rushing for the bomb right now with their advanced centrifuges. And if no deal is reached, there will be a strike. And we see really right now that Jordan is rising up, rising in defiance and saying, no more Muslim Brotherhood. Hamas is an offshoot of the Muslim Brotherhood. Way to go. After he met Trump, I think really a challenge in his heart happened to rise up. And speaking of rising up, remember the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising? A symbol of defiance. 400,000 Jews confined in a very, very small, 1.3 square mile area under horrific conditions, starvation. And the final operation of exterminating the Jewish people began on Passover, and the Jewish people rose up using homemade weapons, fought against these Nazis. And, the resistance lasted for about a month. The Nazis could hardly get into this Warsaw ghetto. 13,000 Jews were killed, or burned, or suffocated, or shot. 50,000 were sent to the extermination camps. But it was the largest act of armed resistance during the Holocaust. And it's very, very remembered. And you know how it's remembered? By this day, the Holocaust Memorial Day. So it's not only about about how 6 million were murdered, but really how we stood. And we stood for freedom. And we stood in the gap. And right now, they're so old, the Holocaust survivors, mostly in their 80s, 90s. And some of these really are... These are the last few years that will be able to help them. They've seen multiple wars. They've seen financial hardship, loneliness. They're dealing with it, and poverty is a real issue. And so we really want to honor their legacy. And when we give these rings, my friends, it's a surprise for them. They tell their story, and they have no idea what's about to happen. They're about to be surprised with gold and silver rings. And a verse is on there from the book of Ruth, chapter 1, and it says, your God will be my God. Your people will be my people. Where you go, I go. And there I will dwell. Let nothing but death separate between us. The fires are burning in Israel. Fires, 10,000 dunams? I don't know how much of land is forested land being scorched. Every one of these trees is planted by hand. And more helicopters, more planes, 100 teams. People are breathing in smoke and choking. It's a real need right now for prayer. And is it from the rocket fuel of the rockets from the Houthis? Is it arson? What's going on? Is it just the dryness of this season? I'm not really sure. But we really need to get these fires under control. I myself, I'm helping with continuing in the army here, but I'm helping on time on Black Hawk helicopters. After the Black Hawk went down around my birthday last year, I'm really wanting to be more and more on Black Hawks to make sure that when we rescue the hostages, as wounded are needing to be every minute, every second counts. to bring them. And I think 17 seconds from loading them to flying is our top. We want to be able to be the best and take care of these wounded here and take care of this land. And it's really a time of intensity, a time not to give up. You know, Psalms 108, through God we will do valiantly. It is through him we will tread down our adversaries.